Greetings, everyone. We from the Ramaya University of Applied Sciences have designed a platform, the PathoTrace. So, our problem statement here is that digital contact tracing and screening tool for multi drug resistant pathogens in hospital setting. What does this mean? So, in the hospital setting, one of the major problems that we face is nosocomial infection, that is hospital acquired infection, and most of these infections are caused by pathogens which have evolved and have become resistant to most of the drugs that have and antibiotics which are generally given. So, what we plan to do by creating this interface is that it's an interface which is available to the important stakeholders in the hospital who can manage the data entry, and at the same time using real time cross device announcement, an alert can be sent across to all the stakeholders who need the information at the very same time with real time updates. So let's see how this works. We have the data entry by four major stakeholders. One is the doctors and the clinicals, the pharma team, the AMSP team, as well as the environment survey team. Looking at the doctor's workflow, a clinician will be able to enter patient data, symptoms observed, the date of admission, and the suspected pathogen in this case of the patient. At the same time, the doctor can also make additional notes on which equipments were used, like catheter or ventilator, dialysis unit, etc. Because these are all modes of spread of a multi-drug resistant pathogen. Next, when the doctor needs to follow up a case, the same status of the patient can be followed up on a regular basis, which again real time gets added up in the data entry side. So when you look at this, the current state can also include the disease, which is if the infection has morbidity, whether the patient is discharged, is stable, or improving. Moving on to prescription tracking. Now, it's why is it important to make a note of the antibiotics which have been prescribed? One of the most common cause of multi-drug resistant pathogen being evolved is the irrational and overuse of antibiotics. So, the very crucial step is to track the prescription and use of antibiotics by both doctors and the selling of antibiotics by pharma companies. So, that's why it's important to know the medication use, the dosage, and the frequency of the same. The next one another important factor that causes MDR is infection control practices. It is very important for the doctor and the healthcare staff to make sure that they follow the infection control practices like hand hygiene, sanitary conditions, sterilization, etc. So, this can be a page motivating the doctors and health staff to declare that they have followed the infection control practices, and accordingly if the patient status have been added, and they can add notes on this page as well. The second stakeholder, the pharmaceuticals. Now, this is a very novel criteria that we are adding over here in stakeholder, and because like I already mentioned, tracking the antibiotic sale and usage is very important. However, the pharmacy is always neglected. We always have over the counter antibiotics being sold and not being tracked. So, it is very important to track the sale of antibiotics. So, be it prescription sale, again, find out the medicine that is sold for what dosage and what quantity, or even if they have been sold over the counter, the over the counter sales of at the pharmaceutical company, including the quantity and the dosage and what medicine. Accordingly, there is also a graph on the right which will show what drugs have been sold, and to what extent or what percent resistance has currently been gained. So this is another live update that keeps showing. So the pharmaceutical person who is selling the drugs is also aware whether the drug he's selling is actually going to work or not, or should he prevent from selling this antibiotic without a prescription. The third stakeholder, the environment or the lab. So like I said, sanitation is also important. Similarly, keeping a track of the environment surveillance is also important, because this will also affect the spread of the multi-drug resistant pathogen. If there's a construction work happening nearby, there's spread of airborne diseases that can happen more. If the air surveillance quality is low, then that will be an alert for people to make sure that uh, this is something that needs to be, if it's critical, then that's something that they need to take care of quickly, so that if there is an MDR alert in that area, it doesn't spread to the contacts that the patient has come in with. Similarly, same for water surveillance and surface surveillance also. Simultaneously, a screening schedule is also given to keep track of at what rate the environment has undergone surveillance and cleaning. Last is the AMSP team. AMSP stands for Antimicrobial Stewardship Program Team. This is a program which is present in every hospital, wherein a team of doctors are going to come together and decide based on the pattern of the antibiotic resistance what antibiotics should be used by doctors and what antibiotics must not be prescribed in order to contain the multi-drug resistance and make sure that we don't have more pathogens becoming multi-drug resistant. So it is to make sure that there is a rational use of antibiotics. For this, the team needs to update certain information. Like, for example, the antibiogram guidelines are given below. You can see for a pathogen, in case a person has got a methicillin resistant Staphylococcus aureus, then the preferred medication would be vancomycin. And similarly, if not vancomycin, like if the patient has allergy to vancomycin, alternative drugs like daptomycin is also suggested in the guidelines. And this information will also be visible in the dashboard, which we will show later, to all the doctors who will be prescribing the medication. Then there will also be other graphs and charts which are comparing over time the resistance growth of different bacteria like Staphylococcus aureus or Clostridium difficile, Actinobacter, and all such bacteria. So multiple multi-drug resistant bacteria and their resistant patterns over the month will also be visible for the team to make an entry after their analysis. There can also be an alert that they can generate. For example, if after analyzing the patterns, the AMSP team finds out that there's a high risk patient or there's a breach in the protocol, then they can raise an alert using this tool. And they can also see whether this alert needs to be going to the doctor, to the environment survey team, or to the pharmacist. So they can choose this who the alert needs to be generated to. Another important feature is like in the data entry tab, if we go, we saw that there are 4 people who can enter the data. For the sake of prototype, we have all of them in one board. However, in the real model, it will be made sure that each profile has separate logins. This is to ensure that there is verification of the data entry that happens, and we have only the people who are authorized to enter data under doctor to enter that details, and only those who are authorized under AMSP team to enter the relevant data for that particular field. Okay, moving on to the last part, that is the dashboard. Dashboard is the backend. This is the ultimate result that everyone will be able to visualize at the same time across all the devices. So this is the real-time cross-device announcement that I was talking about. So if you see on top, we have results of the active cases, and below there is also a highlight on how its improvement from the last few weeks or the last week. Similarly, exposed cases, it says 45, and below it says that it is -5 compared to the last week. So we know that there's a improvement. Similarly, there's a comparison and result of the compliance rate, and we also know the amount of alerts that have been raised in the last 1 week. And the updates are also shown in a running tab on top. Moving on to outbreak alerts, this is the actionable notification of the high risk alert. So if the patient is under high risk, then there is the patient and which location, so that we will be able to quickly identify the patient in high risk and also keep track of the contacts that they have been with, and that is a digital contact tracing. Similarly, what protocols have been followed and the lab results can be immediately identified on this uh, uh, interface, which will go across to all the doctors. Then the high risk patient tracing. So we will also have a list of the patients, which location, which bed, which staff were involved in treating, whether they had gone to another location for being for like radio diagnosis or for dialysis or anything like that. If there are any morbidities and immunocompromised status which is affecting their status, and based on all that a risk level is being calculated. So this is a risk level that is being shown in the form of percentage that will help us understand to what level we need to take care each patient and prevent further spread. Last, below we have the environmental results which have been displayed based on the data entered by the environment surveillance team. And on the left, we have the antimicrobial resistant trend analysis. So if you look at the graph, we are getting a clear idea of how the resistance pattern is different in different regions, be it the ICU, the ward, or the surgical unit. Based on this, specific intervention can be taken in that particular location, so that there is the we can control the MDR pathogens within the hospital by this method of digital contact tracing and screening of the pathogens with the help of multiple stakeholders, that is the laboratory people, the pharmacists, the doctors, as well as the AMSP team and the environment survey team. So this is our idea for digital contact tracing and screening tool for multi-drug resistant pathogens.